The elevation in this area as late as 1920 was probably 6 or 8 feet above sea level. Now that we've seen the subsidence factors that we've had, the storms such as Katrina and Gustav and Ike, the high water levels that we're seeing due to sea level rise, this area has sank quite a bit. We've lost probably 3 or 4 feet of that elevation since 1920, which has left these grave sites somewhat in the mud, most of them underwater, and left families without a place to come and keep burying their loved ones where the families once were, but also to visit their loved ones at the graves that are still here. This is a coast-wide problem. You know, we saw during Hurricane Isaac with the Braithwaite community in Lafourche Parish, there were upwards of 300 graves that were inundated with water and caskets that popped up and were spread all over the highway that the cemetery directors had to go and put back in the ground. You know, families had to identify loved ones. So that's going to continue to happen until we strive to improve both the levee systems around our communities and the property out in front of it through coastal restoration.
Well, you know, it's just it's a sad statement. You know, we talk about rest in peace, and yet we can't. You know, the places that we did not bury people in marshes. We buried them on high ground. This was high ground, and now it's subsided to the point of being wetlands and open water, and we lose these places where, you know, you hope at least. Yeah, I remember going to Boston and seeing these old grave plates. You know, talking about what was it? 1700s, and you see those things, and it really hurts even more when I know that my ancestors, their gravestones won't be there when that happens.
And then again, you know, where graves popped up and floated away, turned over, the same. I have relatives that was here since the early 1800s. So, you know, when you see that your loved ones getting flooded out all the time, that you know, it really affects you. I'll tell you that my mom used to always say that she didn't want to be buried here because she was too close to the water, and that may happen one day. And I used to say, man, that'll never happen. Well, she's buried in Gretna, and I'm glad she is, because I wouldn't want to have to go through what the people are going through here. Actually see their loved ones floating under people's houses, or the loved ones' bones, then it's just we can't survive the way we are living now, and that's because again, all the you know, the permits they gave for the canals, the permits they gave for the freshwater diversion, the over $1 billion they spent on protection for the rest of the West Bank and left us out. So it's a situation where the water comes in faster than ever. There's no place for the water to go, and we're flooding. And you know, I don't know how this, how can we continue, and how the people can continue suffering over and over again. So you know, the only answer I know is to get a levee system. And I think, you know, it looks like there's light at the end of the tunnel, but it's not an easy thing.